Greetings, humans and fellow fairy creatures. We're back with more RADIATA stories, and today is a special day because I've got a special friend with me. This is Ad, also known as Awakened Avatar. I'll plug him in the stream chat. Help me if I misspell the name. Awakened Avatar. Should probably turn down the music volume just a tad. There we go. Anyway, so Ad, do you want to say a few things about yourself? Can you hear? Can everyone hear him?
Yeah. Am I unmuted yet?
No, you can talk. Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have too much to say about myself. Big RADIATA stories fan, like Henry here, and I've never streamed before, and Henry suggested that I join him on a stream, so here I am.
Yeah, and along with having him here with me, I'm also going to be showing you guys, mostly just to help him, but also just to help anyone who's watching how to use Cheat Engine. I mean, I've obviously used Cheat Engine a lot throughout my streaming with RADIATA stories, and sometimes with Okami. But I've never actually shown you guys what I'm doing behind the screen. All you guys to see what's happening in the game. So, oh god.
The wizard behind the curtain.
Yep, here's me. Here's the man behind the curtain. Sorry, I don't know why the chat's so squished whenever I switch my camera only mode. But, yeah, so I'm gonna be... two things are gonna be happening today. Actually three. We're gonna be advancing the story. We're gonna go to Goblin Haven. Ad's here, so he's gonna provide some commentary.
Yep. And I love me some Goblin Haven, so I'm excited for that.
Oh, those goblins. And then I'm also gonna be teaching you guys Cheat Engine as best I can. And so...
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's just get right into the game. Okay, I gotta close out of... I'm gonna close out of iTunes, because I'm a little afraid that, Streamlabs or Discord or both are gonna get, kind of overwhelmed and are gonna crash on me. Whoops. Hang on just one
single
second.
Google tab.
Sorry?
Everything just goes to hell.
Yeah, everything just goes down. Sorry, I need to fix this. I don't know what it is about the PlayStation emulator capture. It doesn't always work properly. Specific window. This one. Maybe if I just start playing the game. Or if I just reboot it. I could just do that too.
Oh dear. You're lagging a bit for me, which will make it even harder to carry on a conversation, obviously, but we'll deal with it.
Okay, sorry about that, yeah. It's probably, I don't know if you have the stream itself muted, or if you're listening to me through the stream only.
Yeah, I have the... Yeah, I have... back with chat and see the game and stuff, obviously, but I do have the stream muted. I can only hear you through our call.
Okay, good. Oh, there it is. Yay! Got it working. Yeah. Okay. And oh shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so clumsy today. Okay. And it only took me 5 minutes. 5 whole minutes. Okay, I need to...
You trolling Nightbot a little bit there, Devin?
Hong Kong. Yeah, he has fun with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip through this cutscene because I didn't actually get a chance to save after, you know, the cutscene with checking in with Zane and doing the Fort Valencia meeting. So yeah, I'm running the emulator, Streamlabs, and Discord all at the same time, and I'm just hoping that nothing goes wrong. Knock on wood.
Yeah, we're just praying to every single god in RADIATA right now.
Yep. Alright, Zane, we've heard it all before. Oh wait! Shit, I forgot, this isn't the Dum Dum version. God damn it! Forgot, I'm supposed to be doing the Dub version. The Dub.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I advertised it as on my stream. Okay, fast.
Thank you very much for the sacrifice to Satan. I'm sure that'll help us along quite a bit.
Yeah, thanks for that, Devin. I mean, it's no big deal, really. Because luckily, even though it's a different ISO file, all my... Since it's, like, the same game, all of my saves still work, regardless of whether it's the undubbed version or the regular version. Oh, hey Brendan. I'm using the PCSX2. It's a little bit laggy because I don't have a gaming PC, but that's why I made that Facebook post asking people what they recommend. Because I'm looking to invest in one, but Devin, if you could give Archer Asylum a shout out. He's a good friend. Sort of an IRL friend. Okay. So I guess while we're trying to skip through this these cutscenes here, how was your day, Ad? Fill up this. Oh shit! Wait. Are you still there, Ad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought that Discord crashed on me for a second there. Oh, sorry about that. I'll turn the game down. It helps to have people to... There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Sometimes I can like see you saying stuff in the face camera. I just can't hear anything. But
Yeah, that's understandable. Is the volume good right now, as it is?
that's the volume's better, Devin.
This is how the beginning of streams always go. It's a lot of waffle and just trial and error, mostly error. Should be fine. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I could turn it down just a smidge too. I'm gonna turn it down to 11% volume.
Nookie gook.
A lot of Devin telling Henry what's going on. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think that test stream that you and I did on your channel was actually smoother than mine is going right now. So if that makes you feel any better. For as long as I've been doing this, I still, you know, have hiccups. Hiccups and burps.
世界は動き始め誰にだって思いというものがあるそして
Devin is one of those names that you can spell different ways. I mean, well, I guess you could spell it 2 different ways. D-E-V-A-N and then D-E-V-I-N. But Henry, there's only one way to spell it, at least the anglicized version anyway.
I think I'm going to try something echo sometimes. It's like if the Discord call freezes or Twitch freezes, as long as one's still working, I can hear you better. Sort of the idea.
Yeah. I mean, I guess as long as you figure out what works best for you, what's most convenient.
Yeah. I seem to be hearing you a bit better through the stream.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I just completely plowed over you.
Now.
Sorry, you can finish. I feel so bad. You started to say something and I just completely plowed right over you. I just steamrolled. But, what were you saying before, Ed?
No worries.
I'm not completely sure. Dad, are you responding to what you hear in the stream or what you hear through our Discord call?
I'm responding to whatever I can hear.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if I'm hearing the Discord call or the stream at this stage.
It might be best for you to mute the stream, just because, I know whenever you watch a stream, there's a little bit of a delay, no matter how good your internet is, or whatever. So, like, I'll say something, and then I don't know how much of a delay you have, and then I'll wait for you to respond, but then I'll start saying something else, and then your voice will come in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I unmuted the stream because I wasn't hearing you very easily in the call, but I think it does make sense to just hear you in the call and not the stream.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. So, I have a new Nightbot command, but I forgot what it was.
Now that you mention it. Alright, Discord call only then. No, no stream audio.
Yeah, no
that was
stream
a bad
audio.
Idea.
Sad day. Oh well. What can you do? So maybe I can talk a little bit about what you plan on doing for your stream, right? You're planning on playing RADIATA stories, but you're doing it more for like 100% completion and sort of also a walkthrough as well.
is audio all right now? You can hear me and
Mm-hmm.
chat can hear
Yep. Oh,
me
really,
and
Devin?
everything's not on fire.
Really? Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. Let me just take a sip of my coffee to retain some of my dignity.
ゴボランヘバン
I have to unplug my mic or my earphones. I knew I made a mistake.
I don't know when
Alright.
when I had the stream unmuted. I guess I was hearing.
Now I look like a hillbilly. Should have worn 3 shirts. It's too hot in my house.
始まるんだろそんなとこ行って何しろって言うんだ
I'm sorry, Ad. What were you saying?
ああな
それでは
Oh dear. Okay.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you're
I'm
here.
just kind of talking into the void.
Yeah, I think, there was just a little bit of, like, when you were talking, you were sort of cutting out a bit,
Oh, okay.
but you're okay now.
いやー
Oh, that's good to know. I can actually hear you clearly again for the first time in like 5 minutes, so that's helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe me unplugging my earphones for a brief second to take my shirt off helped. Thanks, Devin, indirectly.
Maybe, who knows?
Okay, so I'm gonna start showing you guys,
Yeah.
well, actually, I'll, guess I could first do... I'm gonna do the... Well, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. Go in here.
Yeah, Devin, Nugigi solves everything, clearly.
Maybe if you take your... No. Nope. Well, I won't have to unplug my earphones to do that. Hey Lily, how's it going? Okay. Came in an awkward time. We're still sort of troubleshooting having 2 voices in the stream. And whether or not there's a bit of a delay.
Yeah, we're
in what Ad hears. Sorry?
yeah, we're suffering like crazy amounts of lag, and we keep not hearing each other. But when we do hear each other, things are great. So thanks for dropping by.
Yeah. We're gonna have a fun time, and I'm gonna teach you guys in just a brief second. Once I finish this little, like, this little side quest, I guess. I don't know. It's basically the.
I am the other voice.
Yeah. So this other voice is Ad. Give him a shout out. Oh, again, Awakened Avatar. He's planning on streaming RADIATA stories pretty soon, so if you want to see that, I suggest giving him a follow.
Indeed. I am a baby streamer, but I hope to following Henry's footsteps and also stream RADIATA.
Totally. Sounds good. Also, we're not even half an hour into the stream, and Devin already made me take my shirt off. But luckily, I'm like Lady Godiva. I've got long hair to cover my shame.
Yeah. Cheers. being baby streamer.
Yeah, yay, baby streamer. He is baby.
If you follow in Zane's footsteps, Henry, then you can just make your hair your clothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
よ
You can become strong too. Yeah, them shoulders. If I had been in the sun at all this past year, they would have had freckles on them. I mean, they still kind of do, but... It's just so weird that, like,
It's
that I haven't spent hardly any time in the sun. Anyway, go on.
yeah, it's not a good year for sunbathing.
No, not at all. Of course, I hate the sun too. I'm Irish, so I don't tan well. I only sunburn. Actually, I think Coco says something before you leave. Like, if you try to leave, he's just like, no, you got stuff to do out here.
や
Seems there's something else you have to do right now. Yeah, I know. I gotta go help Keen and Marsha settle their dispute. Being in the sun gives me a headache.
They can settle their dispute on their own, like grown adults.
Yeah, just let them go at it.
Yeah. All these like little side quests that happen right before Goblin Haven are really interesting because like they're fun events, but they're pretty much the only events in the game where you don't get any reward for them.
Yeah.
Like there's no money to be had from it, and it's not necessary for recruiting or anything.
Mm-hmm. Humidity's pretty bad anywhere you go that has water. Like, Minnesota's really bad because it's obviously they've got a lot of lakes in Minnesota, and the mosquitoes are insane. My sister was teaching at this like German language camp up in Minnesota. I forgot what the name was, but before she went there, they the people that employed her suggested that she get the strongest, like a certain grade of bug repellent, not just any old brand. It's like you have to get like this grade or higher because they're ruthless. Also, they're bad in Florida too. Man, fuck Florida.
Yeah, Florida's if you're not born in Florida, you should probably stay away from Florida as much as possible.
Yeah, I went to Florida in the summer one time, and the mosquitoes, they don't care how much, you know, bug repellent you put on. Like, they've evolved to a point where they don't care. They'll bite you anyway. Florida, man, watch out. Yeah, everything that comes out of Florida is insane, including the bugs.
Yeah. Mostly the people, but sometimes the wildlife as well.
Alright, so, look at what's in here. Gory axe. Not that it really matters, I can just cheat that weapon into the game later on. But it's nice to have.
Yep.
Nice little thing.
It's not a especially good weapon either, but it's fun to collect them all.
Gotta catch 'em all. Hydrate. Thank you for that hydrate. Okay.
I think I've gotten the hang of the dual commentary a little bit more. I'm just like not looking at the face cam at all now. I'm only looking at the game because of the stream lag. I will sometimes see you saying something when you're not saying anything, so it's best to just not look at your face.
Oh, I see. You're just trying to you're trying to tell me that I'm ugly, but you're doing it in a roundabout way.
No.
I see how it
I'm
is.
saying that the lip syncing is throwing me off.
Yeah.
I'm nice. No bully.
That's the nicest. That's the nicest insult I've ever gotten.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at your face because it's throwing me off when I watch the stream.
Yeah.
I just realized, like, all the elves, especially the white elves, well, especially the white elves, they're all so tiny. Like, Keen is like, she's so puny, even next to Marsha.
Oh, for sure. They're little baby fairy creatures.
Little babby elves.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
Gil is like, is adorable. Okay, now Coco should let me go on this mission. Come on, Coco.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yes.
I didn't actually know that Coco wouldn't let you out of the fort until you did these side missions.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to do that one side mission. I think it's just because I triggered it. Like, if I don't trigger it, then he's not gonna question it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But since I now have to help Marsha and Keen
Yeah,
with their dilemma,
that makes sense.
yo, you got some stuff to sell, don't you? Yeah, but I didn't know that either. Okay, so I'm gonna show you just 1 second. Wait, this is the one? I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with Cheat Engine. So I've already gotten the Cheat Engine file loaded up. The one I have is version 4.5. It's actually an updated version from the one that I sent you. The only difference the only thing that is different with this version is that you're able to add a 5th party member, but I still haven't figured out how to do that yet. But I already have it open, so whatever. And then after that, you go to Process List, which is this button, like right up underneath the File button, and you want to select the
Audio's
PCS.
cutting in and out again, so
Okay.
forgive me if I come through sounding.
Okay. But anyway, on the process list, you're going to see all the programs that are running on your computer right now, and you'll see 2 of them are for PCSX2. You don't want to do.
Party member is probably a fast way to get us self-locking again.
Hmm? What about the party member? In any case, so you don't want to select the one that's like PCSX2 1.6 whatever, like, because that one is just this thing up here. That's your, like, the emulator itself. What you want to do is the one for the game, which is the one that says, like, you know, slot 0 speed whatever percent. I'm at fucking 39%. You want to open that, and once you've opened that, So I forgot to mention, you have to do this, all of this, once you've already opened up the save file that you want to use. So I'm already running the save file that I want to use. But like if you're in, say, the title screen of Radiata Stories, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work as well. So anyway, yeah, you select the correct process, open it up, and then you click this little box here where it says active, and then it'll drop down a bunch of other little boxes, and you can just check them all, and it'll just expand all of these things. And so moving over to the this XL document that which, by the way, I'm just gonna pull this up for a second. Streamlabs, hello. Okay. Oh. Okay. So all of the stuff that I'm using is in this file right here.
Can I be heard at the moment?
Sorry? Just gotta pause it for a second.
Okay, Devin can hear me. That's good. I'm just wondering if anyone can hear me.
I can hear you.
Audio is
Yeah.
really messed again. I was just saying, audio has been pretty spotty for me for a while, so I was just wondering how things are going.
Okay. So things are going okay right now. So I'm just gonna show you how to sort of step by step how to put any character that you want in your party. So
Alright, I can hear you again loud and clear. So that's
okay. All right. Okay, so what I have right here is a folder that James Garrick sent me. This one right here is just sort of a README. It's just like instructions on how to do the stuff, but I'm going to explain it to you anyway. This is an Excel document that has all of the just all of the codes that you really need. You've got armor, you've got a list of all the one-handed swords, two-handed swords, axes, spears, special weapons, check skills, party members, location, story ID. What we're going to be working with right now are the party members. So this is a list of each character's individual code. So you said that you wanted to put Hap in your party, right?
Yeah, just as a test.
Yeah,
I thought it would be kind of cool to have Hap and Wrigley in the same party, the two halves of the transportation.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what we do is we just search it for Hap, and Hap's right here. His code is 0B2. So we go over to one second. We go back to Cheat Engine. Right underneath party modifier. Sorry, I don't know how to speak English. You'll have your overworld character, which is separate from first party member, but it's essentially like your overworld character is Jack, like right here whenever he's wandering around in the overworld. But the first, second, third, and fourth and fifth party members are for battle. They're the people who appear in battle. So you can have, say, Jack for your overworld character, but then I could change him to say Zane, whose code is B1. So if I switch his code to Zane, I open up my menu, and if I get into a fight, Zane will be there instead of Jack. But I'm not going to do that right now. We're going to switch to Hap instead. So I'm going to put Hap as my fourth party member. And so what you want to do here is the character code is it goes in the place of the last two digits. So Hap was B1, so we change the value to B1. Open this up, and then oh wait, no, that's Zane. Sorry. What was Hap again? I'm stupid.
I think he's B2.
B2, yeah.
You got Zane on the brain.
Yeah, sorry. I have Zane on the brain. Zane in the membrane. Okay. Yeah, so there Hap is. And if I get into a fight, not a kick duel, but just a fight, I have to find an enemy to fight first. Hap should
I feel
be
bad
there.
for Hap because whenever we hack him into the party, he just dies in every fight.
Yeah, he's such a weakling.
Yep.
In my opinion, Zane is the better character to have. Okay.
Oh yeah. No
mean,
contest there. Zane is way stronger.
Yeah, he's got a Volti, he's stronger, and he can heal. He's a healer. But we're gonna have Hap in this party, so there he is, you can see him up in the left hand corner. And we can order him around too. Oops, sorry. We're gonna order Hap to attack that enemy.
Jarvis doesn't suck. He's like mid tier. He's got like a decent combo. Not like one of the small goblin children or something like that.
He's gonna be bait.
Yeah.
Run away, Hap. And I can ask him to do his Volti. But unfortunately, he doesn't have one. I can't do that. And he can't heal either. But Zane can do those things.
Yeah. It can always be worse, Night Lily. It can always be worse. I think I just figured out, maybe, what the 5th party member means.
Oh. Do you want to see that?
Yeah. So, this is really obscure, but you know Putt, one of the guards or one of the dungeon jailers in the castle. Putt has this really weird ability where he can actually summon a helper rat. I've never tested this much, but apparently Putt can summon an ally, so maybe that's what the 5th party member is, like summoned help.
Potentially. I mean, well, all that James told me is that the developers of the game must have, well, they obviously allocated memory to add a 5th party member. So, I mean, I always say 4th because I don't really count Jack as, I mean, I guess he technically is a party member, but, so let's put, who do we want to put in as our 5th party member? Just keep in mind that whoever we put, we can't order them around, and we can't like heal them or do anything. They just kind of do their own thing.
Interesting. Well, in that case, you might as well put someone who you normally can't order around anyway, right? Because then there's no change.
Let's see. Maybe we can try. Let's do Jarvis just to appease Devin here. Okay.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I
So,
would be interested to see. Sorry, go ahead.
oh, never mind. So I just put Jarvis in my party, but he doesn't actually show up on our roster, and he's not going to show up on the roster when we go into battle. In fact, I'm going to show you as soon as I get into a battle. Actually, maybe I'll warp to the Forest Metropolis. Oh god, this lag is unbearable.
Yeah, this is it's like having the leprechaun equipped where Jack is just forced to slow walk all the time.
Yeah. That actually comes in handy at the city of White Knights.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not
It'd be
working.
helpful for the sand traps.
Oh, okay, so this isn't working. But I can actually show you how we can get it to work. I have to find where
Oh,
it
we're
is.
gonna hack the journey pig now?
Yeah, we're gonna hack the Journey Pig.
Awesome.
So I have to find out where it is. Overworld character. This character. Okay.
I would be interested to see what playing around with Putz Summon would be like. Like if you can, since you can change the values of any of your party members, if you just like change the value of his helper rat, so Putt like summons Elwyn or something.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do that, but maybe. But anyway, to activate the Journey Pig, if it's locked like this, you have to go to in Cheat Engine Progression, and then open up Maps, or Map rather, and then there will be three things at the bottom. Enable Journey Pig set to 0. This one's already set to 0, set to 2. And then the one at the bottom, Enable Journey Pig, Human Path, Fort, and Elf Region, set to 0, 0. Right now it's set to FE, so that's why it's locked on us right now. So we're just going to set to 0, 0. And, oh. Jack.
Jack doesn't want to cooperate.
There it is, now it's working. I just had to walk away for a second there. But yeah. Screw the rules, I got Cheat Engine.
So you do. So you do.
So as soon as we get the opportunity to get into a battle, you should be able to see that Jarvis is in our party. Except we can't really do much with him. He basically is just there helping us out.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, he's just kind of on his own. Yep, so he's like right there in front of us. He's doing his thing.
Excellent. It's cool to have a fifth party member, even if they are extremely limited.
Mm-hmm.
And some characters don't follow orders even when you do command them, so you just like put Nick or Anastasia in your last party slot, because when you command them in a regular battle, they're just like, screw you.
Yeah, right. Jarvis is a strong, independent alcoholic who don't need no Jack.
Yep.
And I don't think he gets experience. He doesn't get any of the perks of being an actual party member. He's just there and he helps. No experience. I don't even think I have to necessarily worry. Well, okay, I haven't really tested the theory yet, but I think that he may be immortal. Like, I'm not sure, but since his health bar isn't on the screen and I can't heal him, I think that either means that if he dies and there's nothing you can do about it, or he's completely invincible.
Yeah, I wonder if he does die, does he respawn with 1 health like a regular ally in the next battle, or is he just like permadead?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's one of the things I want to ask James next time I talk to him. I mean, I don't know if he's found the answer to it yet, but it'd be definitely interesting something interesting to find out.
I think if we permanently kill Jarvis and remove him from the timeline, Devin might be slightly upset.
It's like in what's it, Wreck-It Ralph. If you die outside your game, you die for real.
Yeah, pretty much.
Keep forgetting. I think it's this way. I always forget which is the way to the Sediche region.
Yeah, it's the farthest to Jack's left.
Wait, this isn't the way. You want to go home and eat cold SpaghettiOs and beer. Yeah, have you seen the inside of his house?
Jarvis's house? Yeah, it's not a good scene.
No, he doesn't even have electricity. It's like he spends so much money on alcohol that he can't pay his electric bill.
Yeah.
Or his heating, because that place looks cool. Like there's some crates in there that that have some ice on them. So
Yeah.
he doesn't have heat, he doesn't have electric.
I mean, we say he spends too much on alcohol, but he doesn't even pay just for the alcohol either. His recruitment mission is literally collecting collecting his debt for gist.
This is weird. He's supposed to let us pass.
He is.
This is weird. Okay. Actually, you know what? You know, when there's a will, there's a way. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this opportunity to teach you how to hack Jack into a different area.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
So learning experience.
I wonder if the story will even be there. Because if the game is telling us to not go there right now, and we hack ourselves in there anyway, I wonder if the Goblin Haven events are even going to play.
I don't know. We can find out, though. Okay, so on the
Yep.
locations tab on the Excel document, you can. There's a bunch of different region or places that Jack can be warped to, and this may work, this may not work, but I'm gonna give it a go anyway. In fact, actually, I'm gonna save state before I do anything more. Oh, shit. Which one was I using? I'm gonna use 9.
The plan with these cheat engine streams is always to break reality as much as possible and see how much we can get away with.
Yep. Okay, so we want to find this Sedice region. Okay, Control F. Sedice. Okay, that one doesn't work. Maybe we can try Goblin Haven.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it in the list here. Right
Yeah.
now. Oh, there's Goblin Haven. Save flag.
That's a save flag. Maybe I can try a story ID. Maybe if I do this, I don't know if this will work.
I wonder if there's a way to just hack the NPC who won't let us pass. You just be like, give us different dialogue, please.
Yeah, right. I wonder if I have the wrong. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. This is a bit weird. Okay, now it's working.
We always hit that point in the stream at some point, the point where things just get really weird.
Yep. Things always get funky. I think what happened was when I enabled the journey pig, like I took off the lock, it I guess it basically told the game that I was on the human path instead of the non-human path. So it kind of messed with the story there. So now he's letting me go. I like that this dark elf is talking about how, oh, Lord Zane won't let you pass.
There we go.
But it's just like, you're a dark elf. Well, he even, okay, it's understandable because Lord Nogueira is dead and Zane's sort of taking charge of the dark elves. But even before Nogueira dies, if you try to go and cross that bridge, that dark elf is just like, oh, Lord Zane says you can't go there. I'm like, don't you mean Lord Nogueira? Lord Zane's not your leader yet.
Yep. No, Gara's just a figurehead. Secretly, Zane rules both the elf civilizations with an iron fist.
He's a proxy leader or something like that.
Yep. It's also weird because you find this dark elf at the entrance to the Sedice region. He's taking orders from Lord Zane, and he's guarding the Goblin region. Like, this has nothing to do with Dark Elves at all.
Yeah. And I think it's odd too that
You
like
think maybe a Goblin would be guarding, or if they're under orders.
yeah, that doesn't really make much sense to me. Especially, it's just like I can understand Zane. I don't know. Like if his idea is that he wants to protect all non-human races, so he places a guard at each entrance to wherever the non-humans live. So like maybe put a White Elf guard in front of Earth Valley, put one in front of Borgondiazo, but it's literally only Goblin Haven that there's a Dark Elf guard.
Audio was good for a while, but I stopped being able to hear you, so it's a bit of a problem. See how long it takes for that to kick back in.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a drinking problem. Definitely. If you're referring to Jarvis spending all his money on his beer money, spending all his money on beer instead of his girls. Voice is just like it's not woken up yet. Jarvis, don't you hit me. Go away, Jarvis. He was gonna hurt me. I don't like that.
Yeah. If Jarvis keeps being a problem, we'll just equip Berserker and teach him a lesson.
just go completely apeshit on him. Devin, why is your favorite character attacking me like that? I'm gonna put, yeah, I'll just leave Jarvis in there. I always forget which is the way to get to Goblin Haven. Maybe this is the way? I don't know. No.
The Goblin Haven, this is like a minor pet peeve for me, but when you're getting guided to Goblin Haven, Coco keeps telling you, you can't go that way, you have to go this way, and there are 2 ways to Goblin Haven.
Yeah.
So it makes it more confusing than it needs to be.
Yeah, that gets annoying. I mean, I understand. Especially in the beginning of the game.
Because the
Oh, you're gonna grab a beer? What kind of beer? I hope he's getting something cool. He is a wolf rider. Anyway, I'm going to Goblin Haven. Life berry. None of this matters to me because I've got everything maxed out. They're getting brown ale. Ooh, sounds good. Yeah, Ad, you know a lot more about just the little details of RADIATA stories than I think I do. Like there was that, I'm trying to remember some of the things that you were telling me, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, the thing with Rinka. So it's not possible to recruit Rinka before the fireworks date, but she is a viable, possible fireworks date option, and the only way to really get her to be your date is to avoid putting any female in your party, or Charlie, because he can also be an option as well. They're gonna get me in trouble with Lord Zane.
You just have to be like, you pretty much just have to take a vow of like priesthood, not interact with any of the other dating options at all. You just like go to he'll actually murder and pray every day.
Yeah, you have to take a vow of well, you basically have to a vow of celibacy, I guess.
Yeah.
Also, just a quick question. What what browser are you using to watch the stream in?
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I sorry.
What browser are you watching the stream in? Like what web browser?
I'm watching the stream through Firefox. That's my usual browser.
Oh, that makes sense. Cause you. Oh, hey Sky. So I'm gonna just give her a shout out. And Skyline 115. So because I was about to say, I know that you mentioned that you had the stream itself muted, but I know that at least in Google Chrome, I don't know about other. Come on, Mushroom. I don't know about other internet browsers, but if you mute
Right.
the stream itself or the tab that the stream is open in, it won't count as a view to the streamer. But I'm looking at my viewer list, and you're still counted. So but it might just be that because you're using Firefox and not Chrome, that it is counting, even though you have it muted.
Audio's cutting in and out a bit, so I found it very difficult to. You're saying something about Google Chrome, and I should.
Yeah, so I was
try
basically
watching it in Chrome instead, or something like that.
no. Actually, it's good that you're watching it in Firefox, because if you watch it in Chrome, if you mute the stream itself, like the video player, or if you mute the tab that the stream is open in, it doesn't count as a view towards my stream. So that's sort of like a I only just learned that. If you it's like if you want to give someone a work, like contribute to like help their views, but you don't really have the attention span, or like you're doing something else to watch, if you mute their stream, it won't count. But that's only, I guess, in Google Chrome that it does that. It doesn't do that, I guess, in Firefox, which is good. Maybe from now on I'll just watch people's streams in
It's been a while since I've heard anything, so I'm a little worried. I could switch over to Google Chrome. If that's what Henry was trying to say, but I'm not sure what you were trying to say.
Hold on, Firefox. Okay.
Sorry, if I mute the tab as well.
Hold on. I'm gonna type this out, so since you can't hear me. Oh, okay. Now you can hear me. Yeah, I'm not sure. For all I know, it's probably my fault that you can't hear me, because I am running the emulator Streamlabs and There it is. I'm running like 3 things at once. And I don't have a gaming PC, so my computer doesn't really take too kindly to it. Okay. Okay. I mean, at least we tried, right? We can at least save that. Do you have Discord on your phone? It might take some of the load off of your PC if you had like an earbud from your phone going into the voice chat. But if I was running it on my phone, then you wouldn't be able to hear him on the stream. I don't know. And the whole point is so the stream can hear both of us. Oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys another trick. This one is called cutscene mobility. And basically whenever you're in a cutscene, the characters obviously they have their own pre-programmed movements, and you're not allowed to control them at all. You're only allowed to control the characters when they're in, you know, when they're in the overworld. But if I go to my overworld character, which like I told you before, hold on 1 second. Sure, it's been fun, but retired from voice. Thanks for being patient. Yeah, that's okay. We tried. Oh well. Okay, so going to cutscene mobility. I mentioned before that you can change the character that you're controlling. Or rather, who the character is in the overworld. But you can also use overworld character to choose which character you're controlling in the cutscenes. Oh, thanks for that sub. I'm gonna give you a shout out again. And Skyline 15. I know I already shouted you out, but okay. So right now we're controlling Jack, but we can control any character that we want. But for right now, actually, hold on. I'm gonna see which. I'm gonna see what Gawain's code is before I press on. Gawain, where are you? Just stay. Okay. So, you can see this cutscene mobility thing right here. It's at a 1 right now. It's at 1 when I can't control Jack, but if I change it to a 0, I can move Jack as I please. Make him spin around. And I can even change who I'm controlling too. So I can control... If I switch my overworld character to Gawain, I can I can make him go wherever I want.
ジャック・ラッセルだ。
Make him spin around and round. Oh! Okay. Now we're... Oh! Now we're Gawain. We're just gonna run around as Gawain. That's perfectly fine. Sometimes the game breaks like this. This is actually not what I wanted to happen. That's okay. Another thing to keep in mind about switching characters, if you're playing as a character other than Jack or Blackjack, is you always have to be careful because you always run the risk of being stuck in a certain area. Sometimes this happens. Like, even if I try to go out of here, I can't. The screen won't change. Gawain running around has such threatening order. I know, right? He just looks so weird. He's a heavy man. I'm gonna switch back to Jack. Hopefully I'll be able to go back to, can't talk to him. Maybe I can leave this room. Nope, I can't. I'm stuck here. Well, it's a good thing I saved beforehand. Oh, God. Oh, well. He's a heavy guy. So that's a little bit about how to do cutscene mobility. I can probably even control Ridley if I want to. Actually, Ridley is 3, I think. There we go. Ridley's number 3. He doesn't even have Jack in a chokehold.
卑怯だぞ。
名乗れ。話をするからだ。
俺はジャック・
And sometimes they spaz out like that.
ラッセルだ。
ジャック・ラッセルだと。なかなか素早い。
うるせえ。そっちこそ何者なんだよ。いきなり人を脅かしやがって。
Jack, you're facing the wrong way.
ヤンの息子よ。私はガウェイン。ガウェインローとシルトだ。
あなたがカリンを。
It just kind of sucks because she's off screen right now and I can't see what she's doing.
俺の父さんを殺した。勝負しろガウェイン。父さんの
Switch back to
敵討
Jack.
ちだ。ジャック。ガウェイン。俺がお前を
You killed my father, prepare to die.
よせ。お前の叶う相手ではない。すまねえリドリー。
Sorry, Ridley. This guy has to pay for what he did. Gawain looks like he had a stroke that made his face when he was looking up. Also, this voice is so unfitting. Working for you, friend, while I work. Awesome. That's good. I'm gonna give you a shout out as well. Let's see. SO Regular. Guys, go check out Regular. He's a great guy and he's very entertaining and charismatic. I'm gonna give Gawain a taste of his own medicine. It's okay. I just happen to get to it before you do. Because I'm not paying attention. And he's dead already. I knocked him the fuck out. But unfortunately, this battle is not winnable the first time around. He has to knock me out first. As long as, I mean, the shadows don't really matter as much. I mean, as long as you're, as long as you get rid of those spam bops and, you know, control, you know, get those trolls off control, or out of, no, those trolls, man, fuck English. I do not know how to speak it. My brain's moving at like 150 miles an hour because I had coffee and ketamine.
はい。しかし今は家を捨てライトエルフの元におります。人間と妖精の戦争は危機を読んでおる。その争いが関係している。
Actually, Jack, I can make him spin around while he's laying down like that.
玉継ぎの儀式によって。
He's a little bit restless right now.
私の中にエルフの魂があるのです。
なんと玉継ぎの儀式を受けた。
I don't know if you guys can hear the Japanese actually being spoken because I think I do have the game down at a pretty low level. Destiny A. Uh-oh. No. No. Okay. Well. Oh, shit. Broke it again. Oh, wait. Hold on 1 second. Maybe not. Wait! Oh, Gawain, what are you doing here? Ridley and Gawain are both in a room they're not supposed to be in. Yeah, 1 second, Ridley. We gotta be tomorrow. Tomorrow. Alright, I'm going. I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. I'm running away from this fight. Bye. At the stroke of midnight, everything breaks. At least I'm able to move from room to room. Oh god. I am an expert at breaking things. I'm going back to Fort Valencia. I wonder what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go talk to Zane and be like, yeah, oh, there they are. And Jarvis isn't even here to greet us. See if, I want to see what happens when we go inside the fort. This is super fucky. Everyone's gone! Everyone! It's like a ghost town in here. I wonder where Zane is. Is he here? Probably not. Yeah, no. The place is completely empty. Yeah, the music's gone. This is creepy. I want to see where else I can go. I broke the game so hard that I accidentally exterminated all the humans and all the non-humans. We've officially hit Radiata creepypasta. Well, just waited for the hyper-realistic blood and subliminal image of dead kids. I gotta show you guys corpse scans eventually. Once I figure out how to get out of this hellhole. Oh, I can't warp there. Well, can I at least go to... Can I at least go... I want to see if I can go into Radiata City. I mean, I've already broken it this far. I might as well... see how far I can take this. You won't say that when you wake up in the night to a corpse scan staring you down. Maybe if I could go back inside. Yeah, no, it's still empty. Creepy. This is so creepy. Will there be any enemies? I wonder. In fact, it's still playing the music for, like, the dwarf tunnels. It's the music that was playing originally in the cutscene. It just hasn't stopped playing. And so far I haven't encountered any enemies whatsoever. It's just like everything is gone. And Gawain's out there in the field. Can you see it? He's like right here. Jesus Christ. And then a skeleton pops out. Yeah, no enemies. Will there be a lock on Radiata City? Maybe? Maybe not. Let's find out. Or as Varg Vikernes says, let's find out. Gawain, I see you hiding there. I can't go back now. You want to be sure about that? Here's another thing that you can do. You can unlock Radiata, City of Flowers, and the fort by setting this value right here to 0, 0. Right now it's at D4. So set that to 0, 0. And I can go in. And everyone's gone. People have just ceased to exist. This is like that episode of The Twilight Zone where that guy... Well, it turns out he's in a simulator. But he's walking around this abandoned town and he thinks he's the last man on Earth. We're playing a post-game after the non-human ending where it's just Jack and Ridley, except Gawain is also here for some reason. And all the non-humans are dead too, along with the humans. Okay. So yeah, this is Radiata minus the people. Very spoopy. It's nobody. Absolutely. Det har helt tomt. Okay, well, I'm gonna see if I can go out and use the Audion region of Journey Pig, but first I want to stop at home. Because I didn't get a chance to collect my stuff, because Ridley just left in a hurry. I have no save flag. This is the creepiest fucking thing. Okay, Hi, Gawain. He's just there. He's stalking me. Alright, will this work? Can I use this Journey Pig? Ah, it won't work. R.I.P. Well, I guess this means I'm gonna have to reload the save file. Oh well. That was a nice little dose of fuckery. I mean, I don't blame Jack. Would you sleep right now if you were him? Nah, probably not. Okay, so I'm gonna just let the cutscene play out as it normally would, without breaking anything this time. Let's just let it happen. Hey bro, working while I figure out dinner. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, we don't have ad still on the line right now. We're having a bit of I mean it was working for maybe the first hour or so, and then his audio kept cutting out and I could barely hear him, so now he's just in the chat. But we're doing some really fucky things, but I'm thinking of getting a gaming PC soon. I think because I really think that the problem was on my end, because I'm running the emulator, Streamlabs, and Discord at the same time, and I don't think my computer can handle that. But when I get a gaming PC, hopefully that won't be much of a problem. So for future streams, for future collab streams, I'm hoping that'll work out better. And I'm explaining just a little bit about how to do certain things in Cheat Engine. I've already went over changing your party members, changing cutscene mobility, enabling journey pigs when there's a lock on them, unlocking certain areas that are locked normally, like the City of Flowers or RADIATA City. What else did I do? What did I explain? Well, I'll explain more as I go further in. I'm dead, but sometimes you can still hear my voice. I'm just dead. Mood. Big mood. Looks like Devin cashed in his points. Yeah, he certainly did. You noticed. I'm lucky that I have this Lady Godiva-like hair that covers my shame, because it's long enough. Okay. I have to let him do his Volti on me. It's not possible for me to win this first fight. And he was lucky all I was wearing was a tank top today. I could have been wearing double shirt, but I'm not. How's everyone? It's fine, Twitch. Showing the male presenting nips. I'm doing good. I've broken the game a few times already. But, especially this cutscene in particular, but I'm gonna let the cutscene play out as normal. Because I do want to progress the story at least a little bit.
気を失ってるだけだ。
カリンを生きておいでだったんですか。
Yeah, he didn't even give me much time to, you know, he cashed in his points at the very beginning of the stream. I didn't even get a chance to wear my Iron Maiden shirt for very long. Oh well. No Iron Maiden shirt for tonight.
これは申し遅れました。私はリドリー・ティンバーレイクと申します。
北方高のティンバーレイク結果。
I think maybe next
しかし
I can teach you guys.
ライトエルフの元におります。
Let's see. I'll teach you about story or time progression.
戦争は危機を読んでおる。その争いが関係している。
Well, time and time progression. So as you probably have figured out if you've ever played this game, is for the most part, time moves, like, it just progresses as it normally would, but there are certain points of the game where time is frozen. And, like for example, when Ridley is going to the City of Flowers, it always stays nighttime. But, there's a way to make time progress, and likewise there's a way to freeze time. But, and there's also a way to jump through time. So if it's, say, noon, I can make time speed up. And, make it, like, I don't know, almost midnight. Rest in peace, Eddie, we hardly knew you. Eddie? Or Jack?
取ったぜ。
Eddie Murphy.
ガウェイン、まだ俺は生きてるぜ。やめろジャック。もう勝負はついている。
Sorry, he wasn't left to your Iron Maiden shirt. Oh, yeah. Yeah, rest in peace, Eddie. There's no more Eddie.
まさにケアンを思わせる。 よし来いジャック。お前の剣何度でも受けて立とうぞ。
Alright, Gawain. Not that I really need to be healed. I want a rematch. Paul! Hey Paul, how are you doing? Hey Devin. Do you want to give him a shout out? Or maybe bro. Since I don't know if they're still here or they're working. But you're the shout out ship. I'm just gonna go completely apeshit on this guy. Give him all of my strength. Jack, you're a little far away. Yeah, he's dead. 9,300. Overkill! I'm too strong. You killed him so bad he disintegrated. He got vaporized. Jack can astral project his attacks now. My chair needs some WD-40. I don't know if you can hear the squeaking. That's not me. That's not me farting. That's the chair squeaking.
Jack!
I don't like Gawain's old man moaning, especially in the Japanese version. Another thing is, in the Japanese version, Donovich's crying is a lot more audible than in the English version. And it's a lot more emotional too. Like, I feel bad for him. For 16 long years, but I'll tell it to you. He's gonna tell us the story. It's story time. It's hard to compete with Gawain's English voice actor. Jameson Price is among the manliest of men. Yeah. That's true. I would really love to see a prequel with Karen, Gawain, and Zane, the Three Stooges. Woo? Gawain senpai? The water dragon suddenly appeared. I wonder if it's possible for me to control. I don't think so. I just want to try it out just for the sake of it. Petition for prequel. Okay. Because of that, the elements became unbalanced within him. Okay. I doubt this will do anything. Yeah, no. I was hoping that I would be able to control the characters, like, inside of, but these are just images. I was hoping I would be able to make Zane there spin around or something, but it's not possible. It's not. They're not really there. They're just it's just an image. Oh well, I tried. It's just an overlay. Oh no. Well, since Ed is no longer in voice chat, but I'm still instructing on how to do Cheat Engine, I changed the name of the stream to Cheat Engine 101. Maybe once I get a gaming PC that's super fast, I'll be able to have more success with collaborative streams. You just get to dance on Karen's corpse in the flashback. I wish that would. I would love to do that. To be honest, if I tried to, I mean, if it was even possible to take control of Gil or Zane, or even Karen for that matter, it would probably be extremely hard to, well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to get him to move. He'd basically just be floating in the air and be spinning around. Because they can only run around sometimes. He was always alive, right in here. Just have him do a little dance. Once this cutscene is over, I'll show you guys how to God, I have to do this again. Sometimes if you reload a save file, you kind of have to do this whole thing with the process list and checking and unchecking stuff over again. Because all my stuff was, there was no value here. Even though I know I was maxed out. I want to see Jarvis get fucked up after you get back from Goblin Village. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's do that. That'll be fun. You want to see him talk to himself? Jack's vendetta against Gawain is so weird, and probably made more sense with a deleted cutscene. Yeah. Yeah, that one, I mean, for the most part, it was interesting to watch the cutscenes, the deleted cutscenes, but at the same time, watching them, I could understand why they were taken out, because they either just didn't really make much sense with the story, or they were poorly paced, or, you know, there's just a whole bunch of reasons where it's just like, yeah, it's cool, but I can see why they took it out. Jack, who's Gawain? Fuck Gawain. Okay, we're friends now. Yeah, he doesn't care. Jack forgives people very easily. He doesn't hold grudges. Oh, you just killed my dad. That's fine. I never knew him anyway, right? Come on, Jack. Okay, Gawain joins my party. Nani, nani. The reason why he is not totally fucked up in the brain is because he doesn't spend all his time inside Goblin Haven and is breathing in the fumes of the cooked mushrooms. He's not doing shrooms. Might as well save, right? It's a good idea. After all, I haven't done anything to specifically break the game. Oh, but before we go back, I want to show you how to do time progression and how to alter time. I'm gonna go outside where I can see the sky. Why is he not snorting a suitcase of ketamine? Okay, you can see it's a night sky. Right now it's almost about to turn midnight. So, I'm just gonna pause it for just a brief moment and turn your attention over to Cheat Engine right here. So, let's see, where's time? There is time. There's time. Okay, so under progression, there's time, and then there's time progression. It's at D0 right now, which means that time is not frozen. But if I want to freeze it, I turn it to 90 instead. And the clock should not move. In fact. And if I want to put it back to where it was, just put it back to D0 again. And now for time, you can just see like time. It just turned from 237 to 238 because time is now moving. I like to point out that the values of time in Cheat Engine don't directly correspond with what time it is in the game. Really, what I mean is, basically like 238, even though it's like almost, I don't know, maybe 11 o'clock right now, or 239. 239 doesn't always correspond with 11 o'clock in the, like 11 p.m. in the game all the time. It's all relative. So, for example, if, 230, if I like were to reload this game, 230, and I changed the time to 239, it might actually put me back at like 6 a.m. or something. So basically the only way to really alter time is to just kind of, sort of set it, like I'm going to just put it to 240. So that just moves it just a little bit forward. Putting the number up makes time go forward, and putting the number backwards, right, or down rather, makes time go backwards. I'm going to read these comments now, read the chats. It's about to turn midnight anyway, so... If you view Gantz's portrait in Gantz's room at the start of the story, he swears revenge on Gawain, but then you talk to Gantz at Earth Valley and he asks Gantz who Gawain is. Are you able to make that video screen bigger, or is it stuck like that? What do you mean? Jack has early onset Alzheimer's. Actually, Jack doesn't know who he is until after he gets back from the castle. Yeah, okay, eat a sour candy. We're taking a brief break from, I guess, mining the game to take some sour candy. Okay, there's three choices now. There's either the regular Japanese stuff, the lemon Japanese stuff, or this watermelon Dutch sour candy. Do you want me to try that? It looks like what's his name? The nutty professor guy from Back to the Future. I don't know if you can see that. I kind of want to do the Dutch one. Regular sour. You don't want me to do the Dutch one? Okay. Watermelon isn't sour enough. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Okay, now I have to deal with this while I'm explaining the concept of time. It may be a little bit small on the screen, but if you look at time's value, it's slowly, going up in number. It does that automatically when time progression is unfrozen. But I'll make it go forward in time. So maybe set to 250. So I set to 250. It's 3 in the morning now. 275. And now the moon's over there. Let's go back in time. Moon's over there now. Just totally fuck with the moon. Fuck at the moon. Fuck with the moon. Let's make it, now it's, morning. Change it to 20. Like I said, there's no, like, specific value that corresponds with a specific time in the game. You just kind of have to fiddle around with it. Saying somewhere, what the fuck is happening to the moon and why do I feel like it was the humans? The humans are always to blame for it. Okay, let's do this. That's daytime. Make it 150. Now it's nighttime again. This is actually really fun to mess with when you're in a very populated place like RADIATA City, where there's like a bunch of people walking around and they all have their own schedules. Because normally in the game, they go about their daily schedules, as usual. But when you start fucking with time, and like, you say it's noon right now, but then I change time and make it 6 p.m., suddenly all the people start speeding up, like their walk gets really, really fast, because it was noon before, but now they have to be somewhere completely different because it's 6 p.m. right now suddenly. So they're in this huge rush to get to wherever they need to go. And for example, say if they have to go to one place and do a task for say 30 minutes or whatever, they're not going to do that task for the whole amount of time that they're supposed to be doing it. They'll basically just like say they'll come out of their house, they'll go to Theater Vancourt, they'll sit in the table for like a second, and then they'll get up and go and move to their next, I don't know, like go to their squad room or something like that. They'll basically just like rush through all of their tasks for the day until they are back to where they should be at that point. And it's just really funny to watch. Maybe if I load a file that's on the human path, or once I get to the human path, I'll show you guys. Oh, hi, Wolf. Oh, hi, doggy. Yeah, I hate it when hours suddenly go by in seconds and I'm late. Fucking ADHD, man. Everybody should just teleport like God. Yeah, right. Hi, doggy. Oh, hi, Mark. That's actually a misquote. Oh, hi, doggy. He doesn't say oh. He just says, "Hi, doggy." But he does say, "Oh, hi, Mark." But I think everyone sort of just kind of they combine the "Oh, hi, Mark" with the "Oh, hi, doggy," with the "Hi, doggy." Hey, where are you going? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, wait. Where are you going? Where are you going? Talk to me. Oh, I know what he's doing. He's freaking out because he's on a specific schedule. And, since I was messing with time, he's like, "Oh shit, now I have to get to my next destination." That's another thing, is that when they're in a hurry, they usually won't talk to you because they're like, "Fuck you, I'm in a hurry." Okay. So that's sort of an example of that. It's just a minor example, but if I were to go into Radiata City and show you the humans, just how frantic they get once they realize that they're late, it's pretty funny. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to Jarvis. His head just suddenly, where'd you go? He's got his head turned in like a weird way, showing off his ass to us. He's on a schedule. Man, goblins do nothing all day and they still have schedules. I know. They have more to... He's looking around at Jarvis. Derpy Jarvis. Who are you? Them Adi? Them Adi. I hope this doesn't break the cutscene, but it probably will. Oh shit, Gawain, I'm such a fan. Jarvis can't hear us, he's got his AirPods in. Ooh, yeah, stab me. Stab me, Jarvis. Whoop, 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 whoop. There you go. Looking down at Jarvis. Looking down at his nose. I kind of want to repeat this cutscene, but instead I want to put... I want to make Jack Jarvis and have them talk to each other. I don't know if it'll work the same way, but we can try. Perish. 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're dead. Dead and dead. Actually, hold on 1 second. I want to see what Daniel's code is. I always forget. What is Daniel's code? Daniel is 0C1. Okay. I'm gonna control him instead. Wait, no? It's the wrong one. Daniel. Oh, 01C, sorry. Okay. B. I wonder what happens if you die in this fight. I assume it would just be a game over if winning was optional, and the guidebook would probably mention it, but who knows. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we could try it. I can set Jack's health to 0. Come on. Come on, turn around. I want to turn. There we go. Now he's facing Jack. He's giving Jack a disapproving look. You're carrying him the wrong way. He's like those little baby carriers that people can have on their backs. It's just wee. I'm very disappointed in you, Jack. And I'm giving you my disapproving look. Nice, no. That's so cold. He's just like, bye. I know, it's a lot harder to carry you when you're spinning around unconsciously. I got a split. Glad I finally got a chance to stop by and check this game out. Good times. Yeah, totally. But alas, I am done with work and gotta run. Enjoy the rest of your stream. Alright, thanks, Brandon. Have a good one. Okay, I'm gonna reload that scene. Just before, I'm gonna try it again, and I'm gonna die. Make the image bigger? What do you mean? Like, make the game stuff bigger? I mean, I can, but, and you're not gonna be able to see the, Well, I'm trying to teach you guys how to do it! That's why I have it up. I'm trying to show you guys what I'm doing. And I gotta be able to see, like, what the codes are that I'm putting in. And there's only so much space on my screen. I mean, I could just, you know, go back to this if you want. But, you're not gonna be able to see what I'm doing in Cheat Engine. You just want to see... Okay, fine. Okay. This was supposed to be a learning experience. I'm supposed to be teaching you. But alright, I'll put Wonky Jarvis on the big screen. Okay. Ah, shit. Oh, okay, it worked. Okay, so we're suddenly in Jarvis's house again. And the blank void. Alright, we can learn after Jarvis. Jarvis is not here. Maybe if I take control of him. Jarvis, where are you? And we're listening to Fort Valencia music. The whole entourage is just walking. Okay, well, I broke it. I broked it. Hey, hello. Just dropping by to see what's up. Can't really stay for too long for... Alright, that's fine. It's nice to see you here, James. I just broke it again. But, that's to be expected. Alright, just gotta reboot it again. Devin was yelling at me because I had, cheat engine taking up half the screen and the game picture was too small for him. It's too small for him to see Jarvis in full screen. But by the way, I'm gonna work on that picture, the picture of Ridley, maybe in an art stream next week. I don't know if you'd be interested in coming to that, but okay. I don't know if you want it to be a surprise or if you want to see the process done, but it's up to you. I can bring cheap engine back in a minute. Okay, you just want to see Jarvis. I understand. Okay. No more drinks for me. No more alcohol. Okay. I'm swamped with school for the next couple of months, so probably won't be able to watch. Oh, that sucks. What are you studying? Is it, I'm not in school anymore. I graduated a few years ago, but I'm clearly putting my degree to good use. Not really. Computer science. Yeah, I was almost gonna guess that because you're really good at like figuring out stuff with Cheat Engine. But that's really cool. I think if I didn't go into psychology, I would have gone into computer science. I have plenty of money to pay for drinks. I will never leave. But I wish you best of luck in that. It sounds like a really, really cool and very marketable major. So I don't know, maybe in like a year or two, maybe I'll go back to school. Learn some computer stuff. And I could just maybe go to a community college. I don't necessarily have to go back to university. Okay. If I switch it to Jarvis, he's gonna be... We're gonna get the same thing where we're just in the void and we can't move, so I'm just gonna warp his jack. Yeah, Devin... Well, Devin, you had like a nursing degree, didn't you, for a while? And then you went back and you studied food. I think that's kind of funny because my sister's husband, he went to school for physiology because I think he wanted to be a doctor, but then he changed his mind. He decided that he was much more interested in cooking. I think it's like funny the people who go into the medical field who then decide that that they'd rather do stuff with food instead. I think he still kicks out the drunk and disorderly regardless of whether or not they have money, but I wish he would. You had certification. Okay. Live your best life, don't let kids tell you what to do. You were a CNA and a phlebotomist. Medicine fucking sucks. Food makes people happy. Yeah, that's true. You may not make as much money in food, but it's probably a lot more fun. And, well, relatively anyway. Anyways, gotta go now. I just wanted to stop by and say hi. Have fun with the rest of the stream. Yeah, and good luck on your studies, man. Alright. I don't know what to do with this Steam. I don't know. I'm just having this at full screen. Well, relatively full screen because Devin wants it to be. This is for you, Devin. I wanted to help people, but got picked on by old boomer-ass ladies. And none of the patients even like seeing you. Food person, though, everyone wants to see you then. Yep. And, you know, it's like they say, the quickest man... Sorry. The quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Which, when I first heard that, I thought that, it meant, like, stabbing someone. Like, if you want to kill someone, and don't go for their heart, go for the stomach. But, no, it's just related to food. But yeah, I remember, I've never worked in medicine, but I do remember hearing, just anecdotes from, like, people on Tumblr and Reddit and stuff who say that, like, working in nursing and stuff and in the medical field, there's a lot of, like, cattiness. I don't know, but that's unfortunate. Medicine is very cliquey, especially as a guy nurse, you get a lot of shit. Yeah. It's best to just do what makes you happy. My sister wanted to, not the sister who's married to the chef, but a different sister. She wanted to go into nursing, but I mean, knowing how cliquey it can get, I'm not sure if that would make her very happy. Because, I mean, she already kind of has anxiety and depression and stuff like that, and she's always kind of concerned about what other people think. And I think just being around cliquey people would just amplify that. Could have done phlebotomy maybe, but I was just dumb then. I think people who want to help people wouldn't be assholes to people, but I guess not. I read this one post where someone was basically theorizing that the people, I mean obviously not all people, but the people who become nurses are the type of people who were bullies in school, and they like the fact that as a nurse they have power over their patients, like they, I don't know. It kind of gives them a source of power in a way. And I mean, like I said, I've never worked in medicine, but I have worked in security. And I mean, obviously I've met a lot of cool people, but there are certain people every now and then who you can tell that, like, the reason that they're doing security is because maybe they were picked on in school and now they want to be the bully. So doing security is sort of like an excuse for them to bully other people, which is shitty. Or people who go into law enforcement. Like, again, I'm not saying everyone, but I'm not saying everyone who goes into law enforcement or protective services is a bully, but there are a lot of bullies who go into law enforcement and protective services. And I mostly noticed it with like managers and stuff. I mean, not all the managers, but there's this one who like I think he's just sadistic. Like he gets a kick out of like kicking people out for stuff, and I don't know. I guess to be fair, you have to have a certain level of not caring about what people are going to say to you, and maybe kind of, you know, kind of enjoying the abuse that's hurled at you. I don't know. I think people. Oh, I've already read that part. I struggled because I was inexperienced, and other nurses used that against me a lot. I eventually got let go and was told by my ex-boss that I should find another profession because I wasn't a fit. And that shit still haunts me. They ended up putting me in the kitchen instead, and the ladies in the kitchen were so much nicer. Yeah, they're probably a lot more humble. Humble. The Hubble telescope. Jesus, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was for the better. I'm not really completely sure if there's any if the reason my brother-in-law went into food from physiology was because that there was like really toxic work environment in medicine, but or if he was just because he was just like, well, I'm not happy doing this. I'm much happier cooking. Yep. Yeah, maybe nursing is especially toxic for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe other focuses less so. Yeah, it could be. Coco's sleeping. He's just like, ugh, that walk to the Sidiche region tired me out. But I can't force myself to sleep. That's a mood, Coco. That's a huge mood. As a human, where do you think they'll attack next? Why are you asking me that? I just thought you might know, because you're a human. That's a microaggression. You think that just because I'm a human, I'm gonna know where they're gonna attack? You think all humans share a collective consciousness? Well, he says the same thing. See? We fairy creatures lived in centuries in ignorance of war. Are we capable of standing against the war-loving human hordes? You got a human on your side, so maybe. And you're gonna have orcs, too. Oh my god, Clarence, you can't just ask humans how humans think. Oh my god, you can't just ask people why they're white. It reminds me of, sorry. It reminds me of when, like, Gantz makes a comment about how, Noguera looks like a white elf, and Genius is like, that's because he is one. And it's like, what was it? It's just like, I forgot how that conversation goes. It's just like, I don't know. I had it in my head before, and I think I wrote it down in my drafts, but it's slipping from me. Hi, Mikey. We're gonna do the Algendar's Castle mission now. We have lived in ignorance of war for so long. Also Zane, yo, we've been planning this war for years. Yeah, for someone who's been ignorant of war, he sure knows a lot about it. And also Gans said at the start of the game that there was another human elf war like 100 years ago. Well, maybe what Zane's talking about is even before before the human elf war 100 years ago. The elves didn't really have to deal with it. They didn't have to deal with war, but I kind of find that hard to believe, because like Zane mentions that there's been, well, he sort of implies that there's been sort of a bloody history between elves and humans. I was about to say humans, elves and humans, but at the same time he says that they lived in ignorance of war for centuries, so that doesn't really make sense. Alright, Mikey's in my party. Some history rewriting going on here, Zane. Oh, I want to show you something kind of cool. Hold on. This has to do with the voltigauge. I want to fight you. Yeah. Will you fight me? So, among being able to alter your level, your HP, and all of your other stats, you can also edit your voltigauge. And it's under Jack status, and it's the second from the bottom, it's voltigauge. So, I'm going to go into this fight, and my voltimeter is right now at 10. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, he just came right at me. Okay, so I'm going to change this from 10 to 100. So now I'm at my max. And Jack just disappeared. Okay, there we go. He's back again. And Gil's gone. Oh, wait. Oh, he's over there. Overkill! So that's just a neat little thing that you can do, too, with Cheat Engine. A nifty little trick. Gonna go back to live scene. A promise is a promise. I will help you. I can feel another poem growing inside my heart. Good for you. What's this feeling that's inside my groin? Why don't you write a poem about my heroic escapades? I don't know why I can't talk today. I'm just not having it. No chill, Gil. Zane doesn't know what he's talking about. This is why Parsec has to take charge at the meeting. Yeah, he's just like, oh, I'm sorry that Lord Safed died. My condolences. And Parsec's like, what the fuck? He's not dead. He's just inside of an orb. It's like a Pokemon inside a Pokeball. He'll wake up. He'll be back. I don't like Gil's sexy dying sound. Gil's Japanese pain noise makes me very uncomfortable. Okay, so we're supposed to go to Alganar's castle. I'm trying to think of some other things that I can show you guys. I think a lot of these, While I'm figuring that out, let's just kind of mosey on over to, oh, hi, Alicia. Alicia. I'd rather not fight you right now, thank you very much. Thank you. Bye. I forgot the way. I'm gonna put this little guy, my favorite healer, in my party. Oh, he's not fucking dead, you twat. Why does Parsec suddenly have a Scottish accent? He's Irish. What is Parsec? What if Parsec was Cockney? Hello, Paul. Thanks for that work. Yeah, by the way, there is a work command. I don't know if there's a commands list that I can pull up. Actually, I want to see what... Yeah, I'm going the right way. I'm just going to pull up my commands list really quick and see what was the command that I just added today. See if it breaks out into the not dead yet musical number. I'm still alive. He sings Still Alive from Portal. That's another game I want to play. And I feel like it's an old enough game that it's probably not that expensive. Oh, leave. Okay, so I guess he does die. Yeah, okay. So that answers that question. So before I was wondering if the fifth party member, even though I'm not able to heal them, if they just sort of are invincible, or if they're still able to die, which turns out they are. Yeah, I think Portal costs about as much of a bag of potato chips these days. Yeah, it's a really old game, so I would assume it is. Alright, Nightbot. Tell me what... Show me your moves. Show me your moves. I'm Captain Falcon. I wonder if he'll be back. If he'll be back in the fight. It's gonna take a while because Nightbot, for some reason, wants me to log in, even though I never logged out. And I'm pretty sure I always tell it to remember me. But that's beside the point. Human Knights, could you not? Could you please leave me alone? Oh. Okay, I mean, obviously I say it a lot in my stream, but for those of you who don't know how to pronounce Algandars, there it is. That's how you do it. Algandars. Although, of course, if they can't be healed, reviving with 1 HP doesn't help much. Yeah. That's true. I still gotta go further. I want to make very specific commands for certain users who are regulars here. You know, like Devin or Ad or James or Neri. Or Bro. Maybe for the next stream. Yeah, next stream is gonna be more Spirit Treks. And that's gonna be on Friday. So, yeah, before during the last stream I lied. I said that movie night was gonna be on Sunday night. It's actually on Saturday night. Also, I'm going to show you this. So, if I want to alter a character that, say, isn't Jack, so up here is Jack's status. I can alter how much money he has, his experience, his level, all that good stuff, his volty. But if I want to add, if I want to alter the status of any other character besides Jack, what you gotta do is go down here, and you see this base address character. These last these last 4 digits are going to be different each time. And so what you want to do is take those last 4 digits and copy them in here and put them as they are. So this was E440. So set it to that, and then go to character, and you then go to the little spreadsheet. Find the character code of the character that you wanna alter. I'm gonna do Zane because I'm a basic bitch. And so yeah, you put in. His is B1, so I'm going to do that. And then you click activate. And so here we've got all of his status. We got his HP, his stats and everything. And I'm going to make him, well, unfortunately it's not really possible for me to give him 999, but I will try to max him out. Yeah, I can max him out for his HP, but I can't do it for his strength and defense and all that stuff. 231 seems to be his max. Multi-gauge is, and I can change what items he has. Alright, so, I'm just gonna refer to this thing again. I think items are special weapons. One of these days I'll do a proper tutorial video, like an actual video, not a stream. Anyway, well, it's not important. What is important is that I'm at least attempting to teach you guys this stuff. Can you put Al in your party? I certainly can. Yes. Actually, let me show you. I'm gonna go and look up his code really quick. Go over to party members. Type in Al. No, not Alvin. Al. Albert. No. No, no. We'll get to him eventually. Okay, options. Match case. Okay, he's number 64. Okay. So let's put him in. Let's put him in our party. I'm not completely sure if he has 64, right? 64 was his code. I have such terrible short-term memory. Okay, yeah, use 64. I saw his name when you were flipping through the spreadsheet. Yeah, so let's have a look. Yeah, unfortunately, he was never meant to be in our party. He was never meant to be recruitable, so he doesn't have a battle portrait, and he doesn't have any HP either. Let's look at his stat. Yeah, he's got nothing, so I think in battle he's gonna be one of those kind of useless characters. I think he's, if I recall correctly, he just stands there and he doesn't do anything. If I can find an enemy that will attack me. Oh, hello. Alright. He can just stand on the side and throw shade at everyone. That's what he's good for. Yeah, so there he just kind of stands there and looks pretty. Meanwhile, I'm gonna tell Zane to get bent, and then I'm gonna tell him to do his volti. Do your volti.
今だ頼むぞ
Shining Rain. Oh, Hap is dead. He's still in our party, even though he's got, like, terrible health. Come on, Al. Don't just stand there. At least help out, Jesus. And he gets advanced to a level 5, even though he didn't do anything. Actually, I'm gonna try Aphelion. Let's put oh, get out of my face. I hate it when these bats do this. Just let Zane do all the work. So yeah, I put Zane's health all the way to 999. You can't beat him. Oh, why does he have a handmade tunic on? Why is that his, That's not right. He's not supposed to have that. Oh well. It's too bad he's not actually wearing that. It would be funny if you could put Zane in Jack's clothes. Oh, my shirt fell down. Zane, peace some more. Yeah, Hap is pretty hapless. That's why it's called Hap. What can I say? Okay, so what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna go back to my display here. I'm gonna do Aphelion. His code is A2. So, A2. Okay. Again, another character who, no, it's, I think he's gonna show up as, oh, well, before I say anything, oh shit, spoiler alert, for anyone who hasn't beaten RADIATA stories yet, you might want to look away. Aphelion's true form revealed. I mean, you can already kind of see it there. But, oh, Aphelion, attack that enemy. He doesn't do anything. At least not in that form, but if I change his appearance code, which I'm gonna do right here. Okay. It's A2. A2. You scroll down to other character statuses, and you change the character to A2 to activate Aphelion. And right here under visual appearance, that second digit, which is a 3, if I change it to 1, it's not going to happen right now, but in the next fight we'll get to see it. He should appear as Aphelion. As his dragon form. Oh, what, you saw a nipple? Sorry. I have to cover my shame. Okay. Yeah, he's about as helpful as Al in his human form. But, actually, I think if I'm gonna see if this works. Hopefully it will. Actually, equipped. Does he have a weapon? No, he doesn't. Oh, that's okay. Just want to see where I am on the map. Yeah, I went a little bit further than I was supposed to. Oh, wait. Let's get into a fight with this guy. I'm hoping that this works. Yep, there he is. There's the big guy. I think he might be a little more receptive to commands. At least, or rather attacking. Yep. Yeah. Chad Aphelion. And you can do this with the other dragons too. Dragon Satan. But I don't think he really attacks unless he has to. So I have to specifically order him to attack. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Parsec in my party. Parsec, where are ya? A. Okay, so I changed my third party member to Parsec, which is 10A. Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, he's my third party member. My bad. But if I go down to, I have to do some altering on his character. And then activate it. Go down to his visual appearance and change it to, Yeah. I think he's gonna be, yeah, he's in his human form right now. Parsec, attack that enemy. Parsec doesn't listen to me. I'm constantly watching Hap die. Zane's the only... Oh boy, Dragon Scene. Yep. He still stands around a lot, but when he wants to attack, he's strong. Yep. I forget if Parsec, when he's in his dragon form, actually... You have to go this way. I think Parsec, when he's in his dragon form, is a lot more useful in battle. I feel like Hap dying is just a meme on this channel at this point. Hap is the new killer. Oh my god, you killed Hap! You bastard. Fortunately, we didn't get to see much of Parsec in action, but maybe I can add that Nightbot command. Forget wow, we've got Hap. Hot ass pussy. Gotta go to Nightbot's site now. Program that in. We've just got 2 dragons, a human, and Zane. Zane is surrounded by his buddies. Hold on. Okay. There we go. New meme. New inside joke. Alright, we're almost to Algandar's castle. We're slowly but surely making our way there. I want to add another dragon. Let's put Safed in. Safed. Cephidal. Say. What do you mean he's not here? I'm pretty sure. Oh, he's right there. Oh, he's misspelled. It's Safed. Okay. He's 09F. So let's put him in place of Hap. Sorry, Hap, you gotta go. I'm kicking you out of the party. Go home and recuperate. Oops, not 9-4, 9F. Visual appearance. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out which appearance is his default one. Does Safed work in both of his forms? I don't really remember. I think he does. I think his two forms are his cloud form and his like unclouded form. But we'll try both. Volcano los dos. Ugh. Where is he? Safed, where are you? Oh, I think I know what's wrong. He's up in the sky and we can't see him. Yeah, that's the problem with Safed, is you can't always see him. Let's, I'm gonna take this up to a 3. Oops, change that to a 3. I'm sorry. My back is killing me. Safed taking a page out of Gawain's book and just stalking us in the background. Right? It's not even stalking, he's just like up in the air looking down on his nose at us. Okay. We're gonna find out once we get inside and get into another fight. This is one creepy castle. Spooky scary. Alright, we're gonna see if we're gonna see if Safed is actually in our party. Okay, he's nowhere to be found. Maybe it's because I have him as a 5th party member instead. I'm gonna just do... Hold on, I'm gonna replace Parsec. Sorry, Parsec. You're getting demoted. You know, fighting these demon things are a lot easier when you've got dragons on your side and your health is all maxed out. Oh, sorry, we took out Aphelion instead. My bad. I want Aphelion. Nah, we'll just leave Parsec in. He's a cool guy. He's a cool dude. Alright, Safed. Show yourself. Parsec, you're in my way. Parsec, get out of my way. Yeah, I can't seem to find him. I don't know where the fuck he is. I think he's up above. Yeah, for some reason, Safed, he has a tendency to fly. The game's a lot easier when you make it as easy as possible. Yeah. The game's a lot easier when you got dragons on your side. Alright, we're back to appearance code 1. Hopefully this will work. And hopefully we'll be able to see him. Safed? No. Okay, so I guess whenever Zane heals the party, he does in fact heal Hap as well, even though he's our 5th party member. Alright, well... Oh, and he's dead now. Well, too bad. Oh my god, they killed Hap! I've gotta head out. Have a good rest of your stream. Okay, thanks for dropping by, Louie. Have a good rest of your night as well. Okay. Ha and good night. Oh my god, they killed Hap! I feel bad for Hap. He's not getting any of this experience, and he's just getting killed. He's getting absolutely annihilated. B2. It's good to know that the 5th party member can be affected by party heals, though. Yeah. That's very good. And I like that I can command Zane to, oh, he's gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna give him an herb extract max, because he needs it. Ah! He goes from laughing to, ah! To almost dying. I feel bad for him. I need to level him up really bad. He needs a healing. Poor little guy. Sorry. It's nothing that is related to the game. I just put in the wrong code. So how's everyone doing tonight? Are you guys eating some good food while you're watching? Eating some good grub. I love these frescoes that are on the wall that sort of tell the story of the Elf King. I'm not getting into these fights for myself, because I'm already leveled up. This is for you, Hap. Hi, Nogueira. Oh, hi, Nogi. God, my lips are dry as hell. In Soviet Russia, level 99 Hap kills you. I mean, I guess I could just level Hap up too by altering his state, his status. Actually, let's do that. Why not? B2. Activate. I don't know how high his strength can go. Yeah, it's only 231. Well, that's alright. That's good enough, I suppose. It's sufficient. It's not as high as mine, but it's still something. Alright, demon, come at me. The trance to be as strong as a dragon. He wants it. Yes. He's gonna be ultimate hap. And he isn't gonna die anymore. He's not gonna be a meme. Butt of every joke. They're after me, Lucky Charms. Of course, we have Nogueira in our party as well. He's the 5th party member. Why do you have Lucky Charms? Isn't it nighttime for you? Wait, what? Cereal can be eaten at night. It can be eaten at any time of day. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna bother. If he was king, he must have had a lot of power. Yes, legend has it he could even control natural phenomena. Do 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 do. Meaning he could make it rain one minute and sunny the next. Well, it's only a legend. I'm not sure he could have really done that. I call blasphemy. You can eat cereal for dinner and pizza for breakfast. Because you're a grown up and you can do what you want. I just want to point your attention to these statues that are on the sides of the stairs here. They look very similar to Nogueira and Zane. Just sort of in their facial structure, in their hair, the way it's like wrapping around their body, the robe and the cape combo. So I wonder if, like, well, obviously that's probably what the Elven King looked like. Yeah, these statues right here. We'll see more of them later on too. I'll blaspheme until death takes me. I enjoy some midnight cereal from time to time. Sometimes I'll eat Mistly for dinner, like because I don't really feel like cooking. And sure, I have, you know, I have canned soup and stuff that I can crack open, but I don't really feel like cooking it. What if Zane is the reincarnation of the White Elf King? Or Nogueira? I mean, either could be. I think that their outfit is just sort of standard for leaders to wear. Because that's why Nogueira and Zane both wear it. I mean, obviously, they're brothers, so they want to dress the same. But also, I think that that the cape and the robe are, and having long hair too, is just a signifier of it's sort of a status symbol. It's like, look at my flowing robes and flowing locks. I am the alpha here. You can't lead a nation if you don't wrap your hair around your torso. Right? So yeah, so going back into this room, you can see... Whoa! Okay, there's another one. It respawned. I wasn't expecting that. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah, so these statues right here look very reminiscent of two White Elf leaders that we know and love. Well, one of them is the leader of the White Elves, but they are both White Elves. Anyway. I feel like we need to tell that to Biden, Putin, and the Queen of England just for entertainment value. Yeah, just tell them to grow out their hair. I don't know if Biden and Putin... Oh, I know Biden at least has some male pattern baldness going on. I think Putin does too. The Queen of England, though, Queen Elizabeth, she could probably get away with it. But even then, your hair, your genetics only, they only allow your hair to grow to a certain length. Like for me, I haven't cut my hair since probably college or high school, which was over 10 years ago. But, I mean, I have trimmed it, obviously, but, you know, this is about as long as it gets. Now, if you can see the back here. So, yeah, that's as long as that gets. I don't think it's going to get much longer. I think that's sort of max length for me. Ugh, okay, sorry about that. Alright. Which kind of makes me sad. I would have liked to have grown my hair out to be so long that I can wrap it around my torso. But we can't always get what we want. Sorry. I know yawning is contagious. I had coffee, but I think that's kind of what's fucking me up right now. Is the fact that I had coffee and now I'm having a caffeine crash. I hate that. We just gotta level this little guy up. Level up, Hap. Glow up, King. Glow up, Short King. Nick John. How do you have the dragon? I'm using Cheat Engine. Here, I'll show you. Just, I gotta change my display. So, I'm using a program called Cheat Engine to hack the game and put whoever I want in my party. I've always kind of wanted to do a Dynast cosplay, but I'm afraid of being bald. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think you could rock a bald look, especially because I know that you can grow a pretty good beard, a pretty full beard. But yeah, I can add virtually any character to my party that I want. Some of the characters, like for example Al, like I'll show you. I'm gonna put Al in my party. God, I forgot what. Okay, he's number 64. I'm gonna put Al. Gonna replace him with Hap. 64. So Al's gonna show up in my party. There's also no way. So Al is he's right there, and he's useless as hell. He doesn't move. I'll ask him to attack the enemy, but he doesn't do it. Doesn't respond to me. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm also able to put characters who normally aren't. I mean, obviously, aside from like the dragons and Al, I'm also able to put Zane and Nogueira and Hap in my party. Do you have a copy of the cheat engine table? Nothing wrong with being completely bald, but it happens to most men before 40 anyway. Al is unfazed by all these dragons and demons. Yeah, I do. Okay, so to Neat, I do have a copy of that table. Are there any weapons that didn't show up in the actual story? There are, and I'll actually, just a second. I'm gonna pull up. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link you guys the cheat table. But oh wait, no, it's in my chats. So you know how to use cheat engine, right? I don't have to do my whole spiel that I did at the beginning of the stream explaining how it's done. Okay, well that's good. As soon as my Reddit chat wants to load. So, come on Reddit, come on. Well, you know what? Yeah, but I'm never gonna end up playing this on an emulator. Is that because, your computer has a hard time with it? Or is there some other reason? Oh, Jesus, come on, Reddit. I'm trying to, like, pull up my chats, but... Actually, if Ad is still here... Can you, I linked it in our Discord conversation. If, Ad, could you potentially, copy and paste that link that I sent you in Discord and post it here? I mean, the only problem that I have with emulating right now is that I do have a bit of lag, especially when I'm streaming and emulating at the same time. But I'm hoping to buy a gaming PC, because right now I just have like a very standard laptop. Yes, that's the one. So I can't take credit for this. James Garrick, who I don't think he's still here because he has to. He popped in for a moment, but he has to study for school and stuff like that. So I don't think he's still watching. But James Garrick, he's the one who made this whole thing. So big shout out to him. He's an absolute genius. And a real MVP for making this stuff available to the public. But this is the greatest game ever created. I agree. So I'm gonna take Al out of my party because he's useless. And I'm gonna replace him with, let's see. Let's replace him with Aphelion again. Let's put Aphelion in my party. Aphelion. A2. Okay. A2. And then we're gonna alter his code because I'm not sure if taking him out of my party kind of set him back to his default. Yeah, I need to change his visual appearance to 1. So the next fight I get into, he should be in his dragon form. May the dying hap immortal while you were napping. You were napping? How dare you? Nah, it's good. I will give him whatever semi-poor self can afford hierarchy. Oh, you fell asleep. Well, rise and shine. You're an old man. Nah, he gets an excuse. He's got to work tomorrow. He's got to work bright and early. Man, I would kill to see a sequel with older Jack. I want a prequel. I want to see Karen in action. So it's... Parsec won't really let me walk around Aphelion, but... Yeah, Aphelion's right over here. Aphelion. And I think Aphelion won't really let me... Yeah, he won't really attack unless I order him to. Go, Aphelion, go. Come on. Aphelion, sick balls. I think the problem is that Parsec is blocking his path. I'm gonna... maybe switch. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna take Parsec out of my party because his wings are just getting in everyone's way. Switch him out with, let's put Hap in there instead. I think you missed Henry showing off his hair in the fan service episode. Yeah, because we were talking about how Nogueira and Zane having long hair is, I guess, it's sort of like a status symbol for the leader to have long hair. The longer your hair is, the more power you have. Aphelion, you gotta attack. There he goes. Welcome to the party. And the sequel prequel would be hard to live up to the hype it would make. His hair, his body hair. Oh. ¿Por qué no los dos? Imagine though, with PS5 graphics. Yeah. I kind of hope it won't be on a console if it is. Because, I don't know. I'm broke. I'm broke as shit, and I don't have the money to shell out for new consoles. The newest console I have, I think, is a Nintendo DS. And even that's like 10 years old. Oh, sorry, a Nintendo 3DS. I should have clarified, but even still, you know, it's... PC tweaks are also easier than console hacking. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot more freedom with PCs, I feel. Not to go all like, PC's better than console, but... I mean, they both have their strong points and their weak points, but... I personally, because I like to use, like, hacking and stuff, and mods, just have fun with it. Yeah, the DS without the 3 is old as hell. That one is, I think it came out in like, what, 2005 or 2004? But yeah, so, my newest quote-unquote console is a 3DS. I haven't gotten any consoles since then, because just, I can't keep up with all the consoles, goddamn. Just like, just get a computer, you can play everything on that. I don't have to keep on buying a new one. Well, I mean, sort of. I mean, you do kind of have to buy a new computer every now and then. I just like good old console, though I might GT a gaming PC, since I can't afford to keep a new $900 console every 3 years. Yeah. I mean, at the price the consoles are, you might as well just buy a gaming PC. Because that's about as much as a gaming PC costs anyway. Also, Cheat Engine is the reason why I'm still wearing my trainee uniform, despite having been fired from the Knights long ago. Long ago. Come on. I think I'm done fighting. I just want to explore. There's probably nothing in here except more enemies. Yeah, it's just enemies. Enemies all around. Well, I guess it's experience for Hap. Hap can use it. My dad has one and he says it's cheaper now to upgrade hardware and shit. Since the trainee uniform has prevent curse, it's pretty appropriate here. Yeah. It does? Hold on. Oh, well, it's not listed. Because he's not supposed to be wearing it. But I believe you. That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that. You see, Ad here has, like, all these little nuggets of information that I had no idea about. And so for those of you who just joined the stream, I don't know if you heard me say before, but Awakened Avatar, he's going to start streaming RADIATA stories one of these days, sooner or later. So if you like RADIATA stories and you want to watch more streams of it that aren't just of me, you know, fucking with Cheat Engine and breaking the game, I suggest you check out Awakened Avatar's. You give him a follow. Check out his streams. Yeah, it's weird. The armor has prevent curse even though you never fight any enemies with curse in that part of the game. Yeah, that is very strange. Data mining or just magic that, you know, these random facts awakened? I'll let him answer that. I think he just has a very extensive knowledge. Like reading the game guides and stuff like that. But that's a question for him to answer, not me. I know from experience I don't know data mining or any fancy tech stuff. Hey Shell, how's it going? Good to see you here. And thanks for that host. Hello. How was your stream? Did it go good? So I'm doing good so far. Oh, there. Thanks, Devin. Doing my job for me. So how was Super Mario Brothers 3? Yeah, go. Also, aside from obviously myself and Awakened Avatar, Shell Through Time is doing a playthrough of RADIATA stories. In fact, when are you next streaming? It's on Sundays, right? Sunday at noon Central Time? Or is it 11 a.m. Central Time? I don't know. You can answer that question. I want to see what's down here. Excuse me. I did better than I expected. I'll be streaming RADIATA stories again on Sunday at noon this time, I promise. Okay. Noon Central? Central Time? Central Standard Time. That's one of my pet peeves, like, sometimes I'll see people promote their streams on Twitch, or not Twitch, Twitter or whatever, and they'll be like, I'll be streaming at 7 p.m. and I'm just like, okay, 7 p.m. what? What's the time zone? I don't know where you are, dude. Is it Eastern? Is it Central? Is it Pacific? Is it, you know, I don't know. Is it European time? Yeah, noon Central, not Eastern. But I mean, yeah, 7 p.m. in Russia. I mean, I know that you're in Central Time, but I just want to make sure that the chat knows that you're referring to Central Time. For a year... hold on 1 second. Okay. Right after that, actually, hold on. I want to give you, I'll do it later. I want to, give you a VIP badge, Shell. But, I don't know how to do it from this chat. I don't know if anyone knows how to do it, then feel free to inform me. For years before meeting Henry, I would pretty much watch and learn everything about RADIATA stories, always hoping that there was a community out there somewhere until I finally found RADIATA Stories community on Tumblr. Oh yeah, because you used to be on Eastern Time. And yeah, Awakened Avatar, I didn't know anyone else who played this until I started streaming it. Yeah, totally. Actually, you know what? I could just do it right now. I just don't know how to do it through chat. Maybe, I don't know. Let's try this. I know I can, like, mod people from the chat using... Yeah, show. Yay, there we go. You should be a VIP now. I figured it out. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for myself. The Book of Angel. What does that teach me? I'm pretty sure I already learned it, because... A rare book. What does it do, though? I'm supposed to give that to someone, right? Yeah, you get your little gem. You're part of the Algandar's army. Welcome. Welcome to the army. The Book of Angels is a quest item. It doesn't teach commands. Yeah, it's for Leona. Oh, okay. So this is useless on this path. Wait, you had... Yeah, I do. Hold on. If you're not on the Discord already, there's that invite. There's an invite to join it. So yeah, you can join that Algandar's army. Yeah, useless books are useless. Yeah, fuck books. Please do not fuck the book, Devin. Wow. Yes, we have to fight. Yeah, that's kind of how it happens. It's kind of how things... It's kind of how it works. Oh, look, there's Satan. About time he showed up after the sacrifice. Could it be Satan? I'm gonna change my multi-gauge. Set to 100. It's over 9,000! Satan wasn't very prompt with that. Nope. He was just taking his sweet time. Okay, Zane. Do your magic. Use your Volti. Use your shining piss.
頼むぞ。
Shining rain. Zane go pee on Satan. Right. Just like this yellow stuff shooting out. Sorry. I spat there. That's so rude of me. Oh, look. Our volti gauge is empty. It's too bad. It would be nice if it were full. Oh, wait. It is. Actually, I'm going to do my volti this time. I have the power. Just destroy that orb. Alright. Alright, we're back at max XP again. Zane, cure yourself. Hey, wait a second. I thought Zane couldn't be afflicted with anything. Why is he afflicted right now? And hold on, I want to change the settings of this. I want to Zane. Why is he frozen? What? I thought he... Dude. I thought that couldn't happen. Zane has, stop afflictions, but he's afflicted by something. He's got, what's it, bind, I think it is? As an enemy, he's immune to everything. He also has stop affliction, but apparently Satan can petrify him. Special status effect from Satan. Yeah, right. Zane. Use your volti. I know you're kind of, turned to stone right now, but I need you to do this. Why are you answering for him? Zane, attack that enemy. Zane, wake up! Oh, now he's back to normal. Zane, use your volti. Pew! You know, oh, it's so weird that that the speed's at 100% right now, despite the fact that I'm streaming. Oh well. It's like, fuck this orb in particular. Hey, Aphelion, I just noticed. Yeah, Aphelion's in my party. It's nice having dragons in our party. Yo! Okay, well that's over. That's over, okay? Not even worth my time. Petrify sucks. It's the longest lasting status effect, and you can be out of the fight for 30 whole seconds, and if an enemy doesn't knock you out. Oh, yeah. Hello, Kojo. That's an interesting name you got there. What weapon are you using on Jack? Your Volti said Army of Shadows, but you did a limit break. Yeah, so I'm using Cheat Engine right now, so it's a little bit fucky. For some reason, even though he's got a one-handed sword, he's doing his two-handed Volti, his two-handed sword Volti. I have no idea why. That's a really cool name. I want to shout you out because that name is just way too cool. Unknown Twitch channel. Any case. I'm gonna read this chat for a second. Well, I guess actually poison lasts forever, but the longest lasting status effect that stops you from doing anything. Yeah. He loved her with all his heart. This is such a sad story. Aw, I'm gonna cry. This is sad. I want to go back in. Oh, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to run into another creature. It's gone now, Jack. Don't be scared. Don't be scared, Jack. I want to read the plaque again. I wonder if there's a way to unlock it. I'm just gonna try. Hold on. This may fuck things up. No, it won't work. Damn it. Oh well, at least I tried. Hey Neri, how's it going? How's it hanging? I'm just, my knees are killing me. My brain is mush after a 3-hour Zoom meeting. How is everyone? Oh, I sympathize with you. 3 hours of anything is too much for me. I mean, even like 3-hour streams, I mean, it helps that I'm playing a game and talking to you guys, but if I were to, I don't know, like, I had classes when I was in college that were 3 hours long, and those were torture. Absolute torture. I can't imagine how it was for the professor to just stand up there and talk for 3 hours. Those were the kind of classes that only met once a week, so they had to be 3 hours long. God, my knees. I'm an old man. Fairly tipsy and content. Well, that's good. Damn it, internet. Yeah, I don't know if it's so much the internet's fault. I mean, I feel like part of it was my computer. Because not only am I running the emulator, but I'm running Streamlabs and Discord at the same time. And I think that was just too much for maybe both of our computers to handle. But, I don't know. I'm planning on getting a gaming PC sometime soon. Sorry. I'm planning on getting a gaming PC sometime soon. So hopefully that will make not just streaming, but just Discord and emulating in general easier. I can't believe that. I see Devin used up his play points. Yeah. 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 He did. And he did it right at the beginning of the stream too. I only... You guys only got to see me wearing my Iron Maiden shirt for just a brief moment. Eddie's gone. Goodbye, Eddie. want to fight you right now. Please. Please. Let's not play these games right now. Rip R.I.P. in peace, my shirt. But hello, cute hairy chest. Ugh. Ugh. And I was doing a sort of walkthrough on how to use Cheat Engine. Just a little one. But, I don't know, I feel like I've pretty much taught everyone everything that there is to know so far. Anyway, we're gonna make our way back to Fort Valencia. I might be getting well, speaking of Zoom meetings, I might be getting another job soon. But there are just still some things that need to be sort of. Do I have to go this way? No, wrong way. Okay. That have to be sort of greenlit first. It has to be like, I don't really know what exactly the company has to do, but they have to get approved by the Department of Public Health. But things are gonna, like, on the bureaucratical end, like, a lot of things are just kind of slow right now. They're slow to process, so it's taking a little more time than expected. Is your work referring you, or is it totally new? It's totally new. It's basically like an in-home senior help care sort of thing. Like there's these people, like, they're not even like nurses or anything. They're just basically people who go to the houses of like seniors and stuff, or who are too old and enfeebled to do stuff like their laundry or cooking or go grocery shopping, and just kind of help them with stuff. But I'm going to be doing more of like administrative work, so I'll be working from home, which is a privilege not very many people get with a job. So I'm a little bit excited about that. I'm excited for the job. Hopefully I'll get it. So it's completely different from what I used to do, which was event security, concert security, but it's something new. Stop looking at my chest. My eyes are up here, but the chest hair. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like assisted living in a way. I mean, I don't think you're necessarily like a live-in care person, but like my mom has a home help aide. That's what they're called, or a home health aide. I don't know. Home help aide, home health aide. It's basically an aide, and I think that depending on the person's individual needs, you'd come at different frequencies. Like if they only need you to come once a week, some may need you to come every day. Maybe some people will need you to, like, I don't know. I feel like if you're live-in, you'd actually have to be a nurse, like medically trained. I don't know, but what do I know? I've never actually done it before. But yeah, good luck. Riders may help. Yeah, that's always an option. Some may need you to come every day. Sometimes multiple times a day, Devin? I'm not gonna get into that. This is a family-friendly stream. Yeah, if you need that much help, you need to live in a place where they need like a trained nurse. Yeah. So I think it's mostly just, you know, people who come in either every day or once a week or once a month. Because like my mom, I think she used to have, before COVID, she would have her helper come in every week and just kind of like, I mean, my mom's pretty capable. She can do like, she can do her own dishes. She can cook and just do all that stuff. But she has myasthenia gravis, so she's not able to. I guess even though she's getting medicated for it, she doesn't really feel comfortable driving. And she donated her car, so she doesn't have a car anyway. So she would have the helper come in and just kind of drive her to the stores and stuff so she could get groceries. So that's mostly what they did for her. Yosha! I'm gonna have that stuck in my head by the end of the night, I swear to God. Okay. Alright, okay. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. We're slowly but surely making our way to Fort Valencia. Naruto Jack is just the kind that... just the kind of thing that lives in your head rent-free. Exactly. My God. I can't get it out of my head. I really wish that there was a warp point in that, in the Septum region, but I guess you can't have everything that you want. It would be really cool if there was a cheat to warp literally anywhere, like put a journey pig anywhere, or, you know, that would be very convenient. A power stone. I know there's no solution yet to the war between the humans and the non-humans. But, thanks to you, I've managed to find a path I can believe in. I hope the day comes when humans and elves can coexist. Same. This is such a heartwarming moment. And plus there's all those, like, you know, what are they called? Smilodons and Buffalo and all that shit. Can I do, I guess I already recruited him. I don't remember recruiting him, though. That's weird. Why, he only got one eye, though? I don't know. I'm always curious about that, too. Like, I don't know why he, I don't know why he only has one eye. Gotta save. One-eyed people are just better at fighting. I know, right? I mean, you'd think that would actually make him worse at fighting. Because he, I don't know, he's... like, he doesn't have that binocular vision. In any case, I think it's getting to a point where I feel like calling it a night, at least for now. I'm gonna raid somebody. I'm gonna raid, actually, Starlit Key. There's someone that I recently... Starlit Key. There's someone that I recently followed. I think that they've got they've got a RADIATA Stories stream in their rotation. Sorry, not location. Starlit Key. So if you go to their stream, make sure to tell them that I said hi. Tell them that the elves have invaded. And there's going to be no stream tomorrow, but I'm going to be streaming Spirit Tracks on Friday, starting at... well, I'll get back to you on the time that it will be. And then Saturday night's going to be movie night in the Discord. We're going to be watching Princess Mononoke. But in any case, humans and fellow fairy creatures, I thank you very much for joining me tonight. I hope you have a lovely rest of your night, and make sure to go give Starlit Key some of your love. Bye.